Coming up, Iowa City Police identify and charge a suspect involved in the violent pedestrian mall shooting, how you can help the victims get justice.
And tensions with Iran ramp up in the critical Strait of Hormuz, what this means for peace talks.
Plus, the NFL draft kicks off tonight, which Hawkeyes will hear their names being called.
And more severe thunderstorms are upon us. I'll have the full forecast coming up.
The latest news, sports, and arts.
Coming up right now on DITV Live at 5.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight on Live at 5. I'm Grant Goldsmith.
And I'm Christian Roque.
Boy, it was toasty out there today, Christian, just how I like it. But I hear some severe storms may be on the way.
That's right, good old chump. It's a good thing we have our brilliant weather anchor, Carissa Stokel, here with our latest updates.
Hey, Carissa, level with me. Are we going to survive these storms?
Hey, Christian and Grant, I would not fear at all. These storms are more no match for the Live at 5 crew. Things could be looking a little scary this evening, but I would not worry. This footage from Eli Roberts' plane from his drone over Cedar Rapids kind of shows some of the maybe storms that could be coming in later tonight. It's looking a little windy, but right now we're still enjoying the balmy 80-degree temps. But don't get too comfortable. We'll see the storms roll in around 7 and they'll stick around for dinner. By tomorrow, we'll be enjoying a much lower high of 69 degrees with partly cloudy skies. And I'll have your full weekend forecast coming up, but for now, back to you guys at the desk.
In an update, the violent ped mall shooting in Iowa City police are searching for a teenager charged in connection with the shooting, injuring 5 people. Investigators say 17-year-old Demarion Jones fired multiple shots into a crowd during a large fight early Sunday morning. He faces several charges, including 5 counts of attempted murder. 2 victims remain hospitalized, with 1 in critical condition. Investigators anticipate additional people will be charged.
The U.S. is ramping up with tensions with Iran in the Strait of Hormuz. Trump says that the Navy has orders to fire on any Iranian boats placing mines in the critical waterway, carrying about 1/5 of the world's oil. Iran claimed it's already collecting revenue from ships passing through the strait. The U.S. has also boarded another vessel carrying Iranian oil, as both sides dig in with no clear timeline for de-escalation. Oil prices are rising again as global concerns continue to grow.
Universities are seeing more graduates enter an uncertain job market.
Our Live at 5 reporter Liz Schultz shows us how competition is shaping up for this year's senior.
The 2026 job market for incoming graduates is stable but competitive.
Definitely seeing a little bit of an uptick in hiring this spring compared to the fall, but pretty flat overall. Students, especially new recent grads, are going to be expecting employers market.
The Pomerantz Career Center at the University of Iowa says changes to the economy and AI are making companies more cautious about hiring.
Overall, the majority of places are going to be kind of tough to get jobs for industries. We're seeing a 2-to-1 ratio between jobs openings and students or people who are looking to apply.
And for UI students like Emma Eisenhart, that reality hits close to home.
I think I got up to, I want to say like 150 applications, and I had heard back from 3 places, 2 of which were automated rejection emails.
That frustration is part of this year's changing job market.
And if you look right behind me, you can definitely see that change. Now, this is the job market for college graduates from 2021 to 2026. Now, there has been a little bit of a change since COVID. In 2023, there was a huge peak, and then it went back down. But heading into this year, it is back up. So that means this year's graduates are going to have a little bit of competition.
With some flexibility and some pre-planning, you can definitely get into the areas you want to be at.
And as May graduation approaches, the Career Center says grads should be ready to work smart, network, and keep pushing for that first job. In Iowa City, Liz Schultz, DITV News.
An Iowa City organization is making a big difference. Shelter House helps provide stability for people who experience homelessness. DITV reporter Carissa Stokel gives us a look inside.
Shelter House is proposing a community information exchange, a tech system that securely shares an individual's care information with consent, helping providers connect and get people resources faster and bridge system gaps.
And what it has done in communities like San Diego, where they have a really terrific one that's pretty recently gone online, is ensure better communication so people are less likely to fall through the gaps, and falling through those gaps can be a life or death situation for people.
It also provides helpful data.
The amount of data that we'll be able to obtain from the Community Information Exchange, or the CIE, will be immense. And so we'll be able to see system gaps, we'll be able to identify duplication of services, and see really what our system of care in Johnson County, and then hopefully beyond statewide, really needs.
The request for proposal will be released April 8th, and if all goes well, will be complete in a year and a half.
Reporting in Iowa City, this is Carissa Stokel.
New York City, meet Iowa City. Author and cultural critic Fran Lebowitz gave a sold-out lecture last night at the Englert Theater. DITV reporter Grace Lathrop has the details.
Fran Lebowitz, often described as the face of New York City, she is an icon, cultural critic, and lecturer. For many Iowans, traveling to New York requires an 1,000-mile trip. But luckily for them, the lecture committee brought a piece of the Big Apple right to the Englert Theater.
If you follow me this way through these stores, you're about to see a completely sold-out show. Fran Lebowitz is just minutes away from taking the stage.
A sold-out show like this takes months of preparation. The lecture committee, made up entirely of Iowa students, were the brains behind the operation.
We all decided that she would be a great idea for Iowa City, for the students, bringing her from New York into Iowa. She's never been to the state before.
And although it was all hands on deck, Leibowitz's show checked an especially prominent box and was a dream come true for one committee member.
And I said to her, I said, well, I don't know if you know this, but I had to interview to become part of this committee, and they asked me who my dream speaker was, and I said it was you.
Mateo Lockmich is the youngest person so far to moderate a Fran Lebowitz lecture. With extensive preparation, he asked questions that spanned from her thoughts on political topics to her take on trending things like dating apps and influencers. But many audience members had one thing on their mind.
I'm just curious what she thinks of Iowa. I'm very excited to hear what she has to say.
With one of the most successful turnouts of the year, the sky's the limit for the U Iowa Lecture Committee. Grace Lathrop, DITV Arts and Culture.
Well, Christian, what do you think about the weather today? I think I've heard that it's going to get a little bit wet, kind of like Eli Roberts.
Well, if you know, you know. But I agree, I don't want to be getting showered in this weather. Let's take a look at the week ahead with our favorite weather expert, Carissa Stokel. Hey, Carissa.
Hey guys, thank you for the compliments. I know you said you love 80-degree weather, so this forecast might disappoint you. Let's see, Wednesday, we're going to have a high of 64 and a low of 43. It's going to be partly sunny, which is kind of nice. Oh, started backwards. This is a big mistake. Sorry, everybody. We're over here. So the high is going to be 71 and the low will be 45. Again, partly sunny. This will be nice if you have some weekend plans. Sunday, same thing. A little cloudy with some sun, but high is 72, low of 48. Monday, things are going to change a bit. You might want to grab your umbrella or a rain jacket because we'll be experiencing some rain and moderate temperatures though. Tuesday, it'll be a little cloudy, 61 degrees with a low of 45. I can stand that. And then Wednesday, where I accidentally started, is going to be a high of 64 and a low of 43 with some sun. So sounds like some good weather, and I hope you guys all dress accordingly, but pretty typical spring weather, and hoping to see some flowers in May.
All right, thanks, Carissa. Looks like I'll be needing my umbrella. Now, I'm getting word from a little birdie, more specifically a Hawkeye, that there's something to deal with the draft. Amelia?
You would be correct. Tonight is a big night in the football world as the first round of the 2026 NFL Draft happens from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The long-anticipated wait is soon to be over for some star players who hope to hear their name called and walk across the stage You can catch the draft on ABC or ESPN starting at 7 p.m. That's in less than an hour, folks. We will be waiting anxiously for any former Hawkeyes to be selected in this first-round pick. And while softball is decidedly not football, that means the final scores can't look the same. On Wednesday, the Hawkeyes defeated the UNI Panthers 21-17. Iowa got out to the 14-0 lead through 3 innings and 17-1 through 4 before UNI responded with an offensive onslaught unlike anything Iowa has seen this season. 50 runs for the Panthers in the bottom of the 4th made it 17-16 Hawkeyes, but Iowa pulled away in the end. Iowa's 23 hits are the most in any game since 2012 when they recorded 29 against Iowa State. The Hawks open their weekend series against the 4th-ranked Nebraska tonight at 5:30. Iowa baseball pulled double duty in midweek action this week with games on back-to-back days versus Western Illinois and Illinois Chicago. On Tuesday, the Hawkeyes scored 14 runs in the first innings, 3 en route to a 22-3 victory over the Leathernecks. Caleb Wolf had 2 homers on this day, his second and third of the season. Wednesday night's game was a lot closer. UIC got out to a 3-0 lead early on, forcing the Hawkeyes to play catch-up. In the 4th inning, the Hawkeyes put up a 4 spot to take back the lead. UIC tied it in 6, and Iowa responded with a run to take back their own lead for good. That made the Hawkeyes 9-0 in midweek games this season.
All right, thanks, Amelia. Now, apparently, I've been hearing that there is a very interesting story coming up. Ha, guys, check this out.
Okay.
Oh, a bear cam on a bear's collar captured the animal's point of view while looking for food on someone's porch.
The State Department of Energy and Environmental Protection set up the bear's cams. Eventually, it hit the jackpot in a bag of Dorito and grabbed it.
Connecticut reported over 12,000 bear-human interactions last year, and several towns have already topped 100 interactions this year.
All right, well, thanks for joining us on DITV Live at 5.
We are live from Iowa City every Tuesday and Thursday.
For all of us, thanks for watching.
We'll see you soon back here on Tuesday. Good night.